Welcome to Invest. We'll talk about investing, finance, and professional development. So current time of exactly 9:30 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum could trade $3,521, up about close to 2% so far. As you can see clearly on the left side of the chart, the altcoins have the house with respect to some coins like Solana and Polkadot up about close to 11% right now, while the key coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are both surging, but just approximately about 1.5% so far. Right, so without wasting more time, let's just dive into the technical analysis. As again, with respect to recording top of 9:31 a.m. at the moment right now, Ethereum is in between levels, right? So it's below the 3650, but is above the comfortable level of 3500 or 3500. Why am I saying that? And right now we are in between levels because the momentum from the rebound yesterday from the positive job report propels the entire market. And that's why, and also on the technical front, you can see that we had a reversal on the momentum, bouncing from the 63.33 out of 70 upward right now. But with respect to the current setup right now, let's look at the risk profile, right? We've surged for quite some time, right? Ever since basically at 2,500, right? We've been surging up all the way by $1,000 so far, right? And at the moment right now, we are at the 72 out of 70. Large separation on the MACD front. So next level we have to get to will be the 3650, right? So do we think that we can have a shot of actually keep going without any like signs of losing steam and just continue full on with full throttle? I think as people are buying at this level right now, the risk is in a short-term perspective is definitely high, right? But if you believe in this long term, Ethereum is going to appreciate up back to an all-time high. It's possible, but I don't think it's going to be in the near term, right? I think we need to cool down on the RSI and a MACD front first, ideally coming back down to where we already saw a foreshadow, somewhere around like the 3158 earlier. And this happened exactly yesterday, but we got the positive report and it came out and reversed back up, right? And we are very high up in the mountain right now. So eventually you're going to run out of air and you need to come back down eventually, right? This is a little bit abnormal, right? And if you look at historical, let's look at the last previous times when we surge up, comparably to the way we did, right? We could technically keep leaping up, right? You could see that we had a W back in the day. We had a W as well. However, when we got to these levels around here, right, you could see that we were extremely overbought already at the 73 out of 70 in the past. And this is data back in like August 13 of 2021. You might see another surge, but what we need to do is kind of deplete halfway first. So what we need to do as a subsequent step is to leap down a little bit first, and then we'll have a propellant of going up all the way, with this mega surge. But we need to deplete first, which is, you could see that is quite comparable, right? You could see that we had a apex and then subsequently dip back down and then kind of consolidate on a sideways fashion up in here, and then eventually you're gonna sell down, and then you're gonna make a reversal as you bounce from the mid level of 53 out of 70, right? So something to think about. Respect to Bitcoin, down up about 1.3% again, right? So this is comparable in terms of momentum. The next level we need to get up to will be, give the benefit of the doubt that we're kind of there right now, but it's actually at the $48,000, right? But the real level we need to continue to leap up to form a higher lows will be the 52. So we need to crack above 50, which is a monumental level, which you will see some blockade based on historical performance. But the real level to confirm the reversal completely and allows to keep pushing up on a bullish momentum will be 52, right? Ethereum Classic is basically on the verge of sell-off. You see a mega death cross right now, so definitely be careful with this one. The leap downs will be relatively harsh, 38, 34, all the way to 24, or even like at one point with the flash crash, low 20s, right? Dogecoin at about 2%. I like anywhere from basically 11 all the way to 1066 from here with a 62 out of 70. The reversal is still going on. You can see that we bounced because of the overall market bounce. And we are shifting upward on a momentum front, right? But do you want to stretch your luck, right? I think, Dogecoin is not extremely overbought in comparisons to like Ethereum and Bitcoin, how they are acting. So it might potentially have a leap up all the way to 16 cents from here, and then that will kind of give up because that's like a relatively monumental resistance level. Cardano's about 2%. Again, with respect to the current setup, I would not ideally buy at this level because firstly, Death Cross about to be formed is already kind of forming a leap down with the 70 out of 70 right now. So I prefer anywhere from 85 to below. Solana is parabolic at the moment. You can see that. I'm still holding on. Haven't really done anything to it. I'm just holding on my 30 Solana that I bought at the around like the 80, 90-ish something. And congrats to the ones that have been following my channel and also my Patreon. You guys know how much we are appreciating. So I'm happy that you guys are already making some great returns from your subscription to my Patreon. So I appreciate you, and I thank you for it. So the current setup right now is very, very risky if you buy it at the moment because like you're betting on basically it keeps going up all the way to 152. But you could see that 147 is gonna have some major resistance, 1, 2, and the next level we need to get up to will be somewhere around like the 179-ish, right? So that's a pretty big leap up as the next level. So I would not hold my breath, and I would be very cautious about maybe ideally taking some profit if you are more of a short-term trader, obviously, right? XRP 69 to 50, right? Based on the current setup right now, we are still reversing, so we're not as over pumped compared to the way that we are collectively on the other side of the crypto market. So we could potentially run back up to the 88 and potentially even 93 from here, but and then we'll kind of cool back down because that's a relatively monumental level as well. Polkadot's up about 10%. Again, I would not really touch this. It's the chase right now. I don't want to be chasing in. So 16 all the way to $14 from here. Algorand's about 3.5%. I like anywhere from basically 75 all the way to 67 to DCA at. We are at this 70 out of 70 right now. Shiba Inu, again, right, low 2000s, 1400 to 900 will be the level I would dollar cost average at. Polygon up about 1.5%, 143 to 120. Again, that's where I would be DCing at. Across the market, it's just very toughly overbought right now, right? AVAX going back up because of the reversal of the momentum, but you could see how dragged up we are right now, right? So I worry that as we drag up further and further and further, the balloon will further inflate, and you could see some relatively large drop coming. So definitely be cautious as these days sustain longer and longer and longer. The balloon pop effect is going to be more and more imminent, right? And with respect to lastly on Luna, you can see that we're searching all-time high. Makes sense because of the firstly the golden cross that we formed, and at the same time the reversal on the RSI momentum shift up with the 68 out of 70 right now. So right now we are in new territory. We're basically in all-time high, and 113 is not really a real level, right? I think we could potentially go up to 120, 125 depending on how over drag we can be. But would I be buying now? I would say no, I would not, but I would have bought in when we were about to form the golden cross, which I've mentioned in my previous video and on the Patreon. So let me know if you have any questions. It's definitely use your spidey sense, very importantly, and don't chase, right? And appreciate you. Hope you guys have a great Saturday, and take care. Bye.